The KG M40 straight up beams. This thing has no recoil, and to top this all off, it hits like an absolute truck, and it will delete your enemies so quickly. And to help you get the best out of this gun, I'm going to give you the best beginner, mid-level, and fully leveled attachments for the gun, meaning you can get more kills at every single stage of leveling this gun up. I hopped into a bunch of games last night, and I was tired of using the same old weapon, the Automaton or the Cooper carbine, game in, game out, and I wanted to try something new. And I'd been hearing really good things about the KG M40, so I decided to give it a go. And I loved it. Not only did I drop a couple of 10+ kill games, I got 2 wins as well, back to back, and I was having an absolute blast. To top this all off, you use the Vital perk on this gun, which means you do more damage per chest shot than without, making you kill your enemies around 15% quicker than without this perk, which leads to a much more consistent time to kill, especially for those less accurate players out there that aren't dropping headshots every single bullet, because let's be honest, we don't all have 10 hours to sit down and play Call of Duty Warzone every single day, meaning your accuracy just isn't as good as some of the streamers out there, so this is an insanely good weapon to use. So let's move on to the attachments. For the early level attachments, we'll take the following ones on screen now. However, do not take the attachments for the following slots. For the barrel, take nothing, as the first option just negatively impacts bullet velocity, meaning your bullets will take longer to reach their destination, making it much harder to hit your enemies. And it also makes your gun have more recoil, which again makes it harder to hit your enemies. For the stock, don't take anything here, as the first option just reduces movement speed, and it doesn't really trade off for anything good enough to warrant that. For the underbarrel, take nothing here, as the first option is a flashlight. That just means you're letting your enemies know where you are with a giant great big flashlight on your gun, which isn't a great idea. For the magazine, again, take nothing here, as the first option just reduces bullet velocity, meaning your enemies are harder to hit. For the mid-level attachments, take the following ones on screen now, maintaining a focus on range and recoil control, and it's always worth taking surplus on perk 2 from the moment you unlock it, as it increases weapon XP gained by around 20%. However, don't pick anything on the magazine attachment slot, as the second option just reduces overall magazine size, which isn't a great idea when facing more than one enemy. And now moving on to the fully leveled attachments, you can see the full build on the screen now. However, for the muzzle, take the MX silencer to improve recoil control whilst keeping you off the minimap, meaning your enemies don't know where you're shooting from. For the barrel, take the Reisdorf 720mm shrouded for increased recoil control, making it easier to hit your enemies, improve flinch resistance, making it easier to stay on target whilst being shot at, and increased bullet velocity, making your bullets reach your targets much faster, again making it easier to hit your enemies. For the optic, take the G16 2.5x zoom to make it easier to hit your enemies at range, and on top of this, increasing your recoil control. For the stock, take the VDD 22G padded, as it's the option that gives you the most recoil control out of all the stocks, and therefore making it much easier to stay on target while shooting. And to top this off, it improves your movement speed as well. Considering this gun's quite slow and sluggish, that really helps out. For the underbarrel, take the hand stop for increased recoil control. For the magazine, take the 8mm Klauser 60 round drum for increased magazine size, meaning you can kill more enemies without having to reload. For the ammo type, take lengthened for increased bullet velocity. And for the rear grip, take the polymer grip, giving you more flinch resistance and improved recoil control during sustained fire. For perk 1, take vital. Whilst this does impact your recoil control, trust me, it's worth it, as it improves your time to kill by around 15%, which is huge. And for perk 2, take fully loaded to give you max ammo from the moment you grab your loadout. You can see the full build again on the screen now, but if you did enjoy the video, hit that like button, and if you'd like to see a video that help you out at close range fights, that almost helped me double my KD, then click on the video on screen now. I downed his mate.